Hello, my name's Mike Potter. I am the MD of Fleetdrive Electric, and today we're going to look at this beauty, the Citroen Berlingo Electrique. We think it's a very important van for two main reasons. Firstly, it's available with a rapid charging facility, and that means that you can charge the van in about 20 minutes, up to 90% of its battery capacity. We believe this will dramatically increase the flexibility of using one of these vans. Secondly, this van is also going to give Renault some competition. Up until now, the Kangoo ZE was the only van available in the UK that was a pure battery vehicle from a mainstream manufacturer. We're hoping that having more than one manufacturer play in this marketplace will help to improve the pricing and acceptability of the vans. Here are how some of the facts boil down for electric vans. Firstly, most importantly, for every £100 that you spend on fuel, diesel, petrol, whatever, roughly speaking, you'll spend about £15 on electricity, and of course you can just charge that up at the workplace or at home. You don't have to go to a petrol station to get that fuel. Secondly, if you're operating in and around London, you will pay no congestion charge. So if that's a cost that your business is bearing, this is the only way that you will avoid it. Now, it is true that electric vans are a little bit more expensive than a regular diesel or petrol van, but I think we can help with contract hire monthly payments that make sure that you understand exactly how much this is costing you. For those of you that are unfamiliar with electric vehicles, it's important to understand that you can charge them pretty much anywhere. For instance, this van comes with a handy cable. We call it a granny cable because you can use it when you go to visit your granny. It has a 3-pin plug on it, so no need for special public charging infrastructure. We do recommend, however, that you take advantage of a lot of the grants available to put a specific charge point in, either at home or the workplace. This van will take, with one of these leads, about 8 hours to charge up. So most of our end users would charge overnight, a bit like your mobile phone. When you get it home or when you stop work, plug it in, next day it's ready to go again. A full charge on this van in practice is probably worth about 80 miles. We've not had much chance to test this, but in the testing that we've done, the official figures say over 100, but we think that 80 miles is a decent figure to work with. Combined with the rapid charging facility, we think that makes it flexible enough for many operations. So this is a normal home charging unit, very typical setup. We'll charge the van in 8 hours, and at the moment the great news is that you could get one of these installed pretty much for free. There are a lot of grants available. Please get in touch with us to find out about those. And importantly, we would say that most charging for electric vehicles is done at home with one of these things overnight whilst you're asleep. So when you come home at night, all you need to do, lift this flap here, plug in, and watch just to make sure that it's charging. The lights are going to flash very quickly for us. There we go. Away you go. You go to sleep, wake up, and it's fully charged. In terms of the business end of the van, what can you actually use it for? This van has no difference to a regular diesel Berlingo van. So in here, the load space and payload are identical to a regular diesel Berlingo van. The battery pack is under the floor, so it does not intrude into the load space at all. So we're going to have a drive now. So very similar to a normal van. We turn the key right round, making sure we're in park here with this gizmo that selects drive. Handbrake off, select reverse. Away we go. In terms of the performance of the van, it's got quite good pickup. As with all EVs, you get very good acceleration. The only downside is if you use all that power that you've got, you'll cut your range down dramatically. So typically in a diesel or petrol vehicle, you might save 20%, perhaps really as a maximum in fuel by driving economically. In an EV, you're going to find that you halve your range if you treat it with contempt. The controls on this van are surprisingly simplistic compared to a lot of electric vehicles. There are absolutely zero gizmos in here. There's not even a economy range and power usage compared to their Kangoo. With an electric vehicle, a lot of people say to us, well, you'd have to drive along without the lights on or the windscreen wipers and all these sort of things. None of those things really make a lot of difference to how much power you've got from the traction battery. It has probably in the region of 500 times the capacity of a normal 12-volt battery, so it doesn't touch it. The heater is a different thing. They've got their own specific gauge here on the dash to show you how much energy you're using by switching the heater on. Aside from that, the vehicle is pretty much what you'd expect from a modern van. There's plenty of cubby holes to keep drinks, cups and all the other paperwork that you might be carrying around. One great feature in these vans is the fact that it looks as if they come standard with 3 seats in the front, which I know for a lot of people using vans can be very handy when you've just got that extra body to get in. And without any gear selector here, there's quite a lot of leg room in front of the extra seat in the middle, and that is fairly unusual. Now we're going to test out the rapid charging facility. We're just coming up to Oxford Services here, and I know there's a rapid charger there. We have, I checked before we came, there you go, the lights just come on to tell me that the charge is getting low, so it's about time that we did that. Here we are, Oxford Services. So this is a CHAdeMO charger. There are close to 300 of these around the country, a lot of them at motorway services, and it will charge the Berlingo van in about 20 minutes up to 90% of its capacity. So it transforms how much you can use the van. You need one of these. This machine is supplied by Ecotricity. You can apply for the card, £10 for a whole year. Present the card at the machine so that it knows who you are and that you're allowed to charge. Get the thing plugged in, press on the buttons. All we need to do then is go and get a coffee. So we've had our coffee, it's 25 minutes later. We now got 90% charge, and we were empty when we got here. So time to get back on the road. But there you have it, the Citroen Berlingo Electrique. Save on your congestion charge, save on your fuel. We think it's going to change a lot of people's minds, mainly because of the rapid charging. Please get in touch to find out more.